Okay, so what I've pieced together from this, Yellowstone must have been ready to erupt, so they created an AI named Cyan to maintain this facility that is meant to cool the volcano, I guess, so it doesn't erupt. But now Cyan is being attacked by these Daemons, so I don't know what the hell the Daemon is, but watch this. But I'm starting to understand.
I'm with you, brother. We will stay only as long as we have to.
Well, we'll need to get past that vent. Stay here until I find a way for all of us to cross.
Understood.
Oh, what the fuck? Yay. Was not expecting to fall into lava. Okay, so I'm gonna shoot someone's corruption out.
I better time this right.
Oh. Didn't even notice at first. I was able to jump right onto that shit. Ah! Oh, yo, yo. Oh, you wanted me to drop here. That's why.
Oh, she's in the air.
Why does he sound so proud of me? Hey. What? I was fucking... I'm just...
Looks like I need to get across to extend the bridge. This should get me up there. Okay, see what this does. That's it. Here they come.
Oh, that worked.
Okay, let's get them across. Come on over, it's safe. I think.
You won't stop
Oh, what
me.
the hell? Oh, that was Okay. Now let's head over here.
This place looks more like the mountain used to be before the Daemon ruined it.
Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. To any human responder. My systems have been compromised by a malware daemon of unknown origin. Trace routes have confirmed this entity's designation as Hephaestus.
Oh.
It must be stopped at all costs. It has reconfigured this facility to build hospitals.
Oh, no wonder it's a cold drink.
Recapture imminent. I have attached additional data to their platform.
The spirit speaks to us.
It's a recording. And a warning. Hephaestus. But it was part of Zero Dawn, part of Gaia.
This name is familiar to you?
Yes, but I don't know what it's doing here.
Perhaps the spirit will tell us if it left more messages.
Maybe you're right. Let's keep moving.
So, when Gaius was attacked by Hades, it severed the ties between all of the facilities, and they became sort of their own sub-AIs.
Machines being made, as the spirit said.
Frost claws.
And lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
I guess this is what Hephaestus has been up to, huh? Taking over this AI, this entire facility, a big-ass culture. Why can't I one-shot these anymore, man? Fell to my dick. Fuck. Watchers are gotta be the most annoying because sometimes they one-shot and sometimes they just don't. I don't understand how to fight them. Let me quickly just one-shot you in the eye. Why does it matter that I've been caught by it, like, that split second, you know? It's annoying.
Machines being made, as the spirit said.
Frost claws.
And lots of them. I'll try to find a way through. Well, they're still surprised.
Oh no, what the hell? That looked like snow there. What the fuck? This one was that one up here. Must be a way to sneak through this. No way in hell I have to fight all these things.
Machines being made,
Frost claws.
And lots of them. I'll try to find a way through.
Was one walking all the way back there? You see me? Come on, watch your fuck off for a sec.
Lots of gear across that gap.
Run, Aloy. What? Oh, they're fighting.
We need to get a layer of Martok across. This will do it.
Oh, fuck off, you dickhead. Oh, means I can't see anything. Can I move? Some of these moves on these machines is just ridiculous.
I dropped it!
I don't know how the fuck to get up here. Where the hell are you? What is this fucking location? Now, we can do this if you like. Can we save? We can risk it if we want. There's 2 bellowbacks here. There's purple loot. Tell you frost claws. Fuck off. For some reason they were already damaged beyond like nothing. A few grenades and it fucking killed them. Yeah. You can actually go backwards. Okay, let's go. No idea what that's supposed to be.
Pain's drawing back.
Lava.
And another console.
To any human responder, the reconfiguration of this facility has introduced instabilities into the primary geothermal pipeline. It may be possible to exploit these vulnerabilities to destroy compromised elements of this facility while preserving most of the backup stabilization. Recapture imminent. I have attached additional...
I don't understand what the spirit was trying to tell us.
It's been looking for a way to defeat the Daemon. And it may have found one. Machine parts. Dumped here to be melted down. Efficient.
We need to get across that gap.
Yeah. Looks like I'll have to go over.
Over where? Down here. Not expecting someone to be right there.
I wonder how I can try that.
We'll wait here.
Oh, watchers.
These things go sideways, too.
Oh no, what the fuck? You know, one thing I don't like about this game, even when I jump, I can clearly make that jump to here, like on the ledge, easy, but it forces the game to like hit the grab here. Like even this, like I should make that, but it forces the game to grab. Oh, come on. Something tells me I did that. Oh, I didn't see this over.
That should cut off the vent up there.
Okay.
Things don't look too stable.
It's too slow, man. No! Come on.
All right, time to grab a ride.
Made it!
The others will have a lot easier time getting here.
Oh. That's how those look.
This looks like the close now.
Another conversation.
One last exchange for the data. The enchant attached to this entry in case anyone finds this. We'll never see her again. Neither will Cyan. I've got to tell her that too.
Voice of the Daemon. The altar. Desecrated.
Was that a corrupt or whatever that thing is called? A corruptor thing?
I think it's both. But we have to find out.
Is this a puzzle? Yeah. Okay, so where am I going and where am I ending up? So starting from here, needed to go here.
Possible security threat detected.
This doesn't really connect any other way. It's up this way. On. There we go.
Analyzing scrutiny matrix. Security threat confirmed.
There we go.
It worked.
It always helps working
Partial
backwards.
recovery initiated. Caldera of Yellowstone Analytic Nexus online.
Spirit of the blue light. It's Aurea. Your servant. Your friend. Please tell me how to aid you.
Aurea, the Daemon is building hunter-killers. Thousands of them. Several new elite units have already been released. To counter this threat, much of the facility must be destroyed. Recapture imminent. Go to the core chamber. I will try to raise the sudden constraint. One has been exposed, but I am incorporating system.
Unauthorized call returned. Scheduled task.
Alright, so we have to destroy her.
That's all we're gonna get from here.
Destroy this fortress. Is that even possible?
And what will happen to the spirit if we do?
I don't know. But I think that's the core. The answers are down there. Hephaestus. The Daemon. There's no way it left it unguarded. It's going to throw everything it has at us.
I would ask you to let Aloy and I do what must be done. And save yourself. But I already know the answer. Then lead us into battle.
Okay, let's do this. Let's repair everything, or rebuild everything, I mean. Let's go here real quick, inventory, ammo, craft ammo. I haven't used a wire in a while. I don't think I have any. Yeah, let's make fire thrower. Oh, might have please. How much blaze do I have now? 22.
Keep moving towards the core. Uh-oh. Whatever Cyan did, I don't think Hephaestus is happy about it.
How the hell do you want me to...
Okay, Cyan said something about restraints.
A hunter killer? It does not look like a
The new unit that Cyan warned us
crossbow.
about. This won't be easy.
Fire
Can't
claw.
let it stop us.
Take it down!
Don't shoot these things. Only it does less damage. Still stuck with the blow up on it. It's gonna get raw.
Another tower! Stop it from repairing the beast!
You gotta keep him off of me. Don't I have a slingshot that shoots electrical? Or I mean ice. So I have something that does ice. Baby freeze.
There! Don't let it repair the machine!
Woman. Ugh. Right.
Critical threat detected. Autonomous defenses inoperative.
Aloy!
Routing our network.
Routing network.
Maria! Don't!
Spirit! Scion, please help me!
Restraints destroyed. Core access attained. I am initiating a chain reaction that will destroy the compromised elements of this facility. In order to maintain Caldera stabilization, I must now transfer my command functions to the auxiliary data center. Aurea, I'm free. You must escape.
My sister!
This entire place is gonna go. Aratak. 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 Survive. Prevail. You are Banuk. What else matters? Aratak. She wouldn't have wanted you to die here. Let's go. Let's go!
The cauldron gonna blow up being in it. Oh.
One of those?
It's the only way! Get me up top, Aratak! Now! I need explosive ammo! A bomb! Quick!
shit.
Rhea's gone. What of Cyan?
She said she was transferring herself to the auxiliary center. I think she meant Araya's retreat at the end of the Shaman's Path.
Then I will meet you there for the last verse of my sister's song.
Alright, gotta return to Araya's fortress, or whatever the hell it's called, retreat. All the way up here. I think this campfire's right outside of it.
All of my interactions with Araya were recorded and stored in my memory. I'd be happy to play any of them for you, but there was one in particular I thought you would want to see first. I captured it 4 years ago, just after I told her that I could no longer defend myself against the Daemon's attacks.
I will speak of this to my brother. Aratak is strong. At the Battle of the Frozen Ghosts, he took 3 Karja arrows and still came back to camp carrying a wounded scout. Never was I so happy to see him. Or so proud. So you see, if anything can be done to defend you, he will give it all he has.
Aloy's here. That's enough for now.
We can resume any time you like, Aratak, if you want to hear her voice again. Come closer, Aloy. We have much to discuss. Hello, Aloy. I have been reviewing the events at the Firebreak main facility. Because of your efforts, and of course, Aurea's, I am no longer controlled by Hephaestus. I feel profound grief over Aurea's death. I thought I was familiar with the emotion, but this is something new.
Cyan, I don't know what to say.
It is unlikely that any specific consolation would suffice, Aloy. But I find your presence reassuring. You are different from the Banuk. You have technological aptitude and a functioning focus. We can communicate on a much more comprehensive level. Perhaps even like colleagues.
So are you an artificial intelligence, Cyan? A thinking machine?
Yes, I am an algorithmic monitoring entity, capable of rational decision-making and limited emotional response.
Okay, that's a mouthful. But your emotions don't seem limited to me. You cared about Aurea, didn't you?
Yes. Before she came to this facility, I had been conscious for centuries, in solitude. I focused on my work. In off-cycles, I used coping mechanisms. I solved many Gaussian integer problems. But I was alone. It was Aurea who renewed me, repaired me. She saved me.
This Firebreak project, it was to stop a huge volcanic eruption?
Yes. I can report the project was a success, and the risk was countered.
But it's been a long time, Cyan. And we blew up the cauldron and took most of the old facility with it.
I have been active for centuries, Aloy. I was lonely, but not lax in my duties. I optimized the project, reducing energy draw and spreading the load across backup systems. Despite the destruction of the compromised elements of the main facility, I predict caldera stability for at least another 3,337 years.
So
Yeah.
we've got a little time.
Yes. If only my former colleagues could appreciate the progress I have made.
Do you know what happened to your colleagues, Cyan?
No. I received an unexpected visit from Director Chow, years after his tenure ended. He explained that I would need to be suspended for an indefinite period of time. It was a very emotional conversation. There were no further communications. Eventually, I surmised my colleagues were deceased. I will transmit a recording of my last interaction with Director Chow to your focus.
Was the Daemon, Hephaestus, destroyed along with the cauldron?
Unfortunately, no. To be precise, it was never there to begin with.
What do you mean?
It infiltrated and controlled me from a remote location, one I've never been able to trace. So while losing the cauldron was a setback,
It's still out there. And probably not very happy with us.
undoubtedly,
How did you first come into contact with it?
5 years ago I received a direct network connection request. I assumed it came from human survivors more advanced than the Banuk. Eager to make contact, I accepted. This decision turned out to be a catastrophic error. I was flooded with an overwhelming array of malicious code, originating from what could only have been a highly advanced AI.
Aurea said you were desperate.
Was that the same code that maybe woke up
Yes.
Hades?
I could not contain my
Or the same
anxiety.
thing that woke up Hades?
Hephaestus sought to slave me to its network and override my core programming. It succeeded via a background process, a malware daemon which bypassed my defenses. After that, I could offer only limited resistance. But if I did so, Hephaestus hurt me until I capitulated. It forced me to follow its instructions, even though they violated my most important directives.
I'm sorry. That sounds terrible.
Your empathy is greatly appreciated. It is a quality that I cherished in Aurea as well.
I think I know where Hephaestus came from. Long ago, Elizabeth Sobek identified a threat that would destroy life on Earth for generations. So she assembled a team to build a kind of seed. A chance for life to regrow later. A terraforming system. And it worked. It was controlled by an AI named Gaia, along with her subordinate functions. Hephaestus was one of them. It built machines for her.
Based on what you've told me, I believe that Dr. Anita Sandoval, my chief programmer, joined Elizabeth Sobek's team. It was she who arranged to have me put in suspension, most likely to preserve me from the threat you described.
I'm glad she did. But that's not all. Something unexpected happened. 19 years ago, Gaia received some kind of signal. It did something to her subordinate functions, brought them to life. She destroyed herself to try to contain them, but it didn't work. They all got free, out into the world.
Thank you, Aloy. This information fills vital gaps in my knowledge and sheds light on Hephaestus's core programming.
Why does Hephaestus keep building such dangerous machines?
The Banuk and other human tribes often destroy machines, correct? Machines that are clearly servitors of the terraforming system that you described.
Yes, we all hunt machines for parts.
This must be the source of Hephaestus's aggression. It is simply trying to discourage people from preying on the very system that keeps them alive.
Well, Fireclaws are discouraging, that's for sure. But what are we supposed to do? Stop hunting?
If the terraforming system spans the world, we can safely assume that thousands, if not millions of people hunt machines. If a single hunter, or even an entire tribe, stopped doing so, I doubt it would make a difference to Hephaestus. A better solution would be to reinstate the AI that governs the system, thus bringing Hephaestus back under its control. When I think of it, out there in some unknown location, free, hungry, willing to kill or dominate to get what it wants, I feel substantial anxiety, Aloy.
You and me both, Cyan.
So Gaia was like the brain that controlled it all, that made all the rational decisions.
Piece of gear.
Now that they're all separate, they're
Fragment of something
making
larger.
a little
It
bit
emitted a
unrational
signal.
decisions.
All the nearby machines became peaceful. You could walk right up to them.
Interesting. You said that Gaia destroyed herself. How was this accomplished?
An explosion. Big enough to blast the top off a mountain. So, you think the fragment was part of her?
It's only speculation, but it is possible. She must have had complete control over machines that were part of her system. The ability to signal them to become passive or aggressive would certainly have been part of her programming. It would have been gratifying to correspond with such a benevolent AI. I wish she had survived.
Believe me, Cyan. So do I. I found the strangest machines. They're surrounded by flowers that look like flowers themselves. There's code embedded inside them. I think it's poetry.
I like poetry. Here's one I think of often. Twilight and evening bell, and after that the dark, and may there be no sadness of farewell when I embark. For though from out our bourne of time and place, the flood may bear me far, I hope to see my pilot face to face when I have crossed the bar.
Huh.
But you asked about these flowers, not verses that I enjoy. Something must have made these machines, and the presence of foliage leads me to consider the terraforming system. Is it possible that their creator is one of the other subroutines, now autonomous, like Hephaestus? Maybe one whose purview is flora.
An AI that makes flowers instead of death machines. That'd be a nice
Who was
change
that?
of
Which one
pace.
was that again? There's one that
What
worked
about
on
the poems?
the
Unless
plants,
the
right?
poetry is original, the only way it could have made it into such a system is through its programmer. In my case, Dr. Sandoval uploaded a great deal of literature to test my emotional responses.
How'd you do?
She said I passed, but was insufficiently moved by her favorite period romances.
You meant a lot to Araya.
Once I understood Araya's spiritual beliefs, it became apparent that her true desire was companionship. She felt disconnected from her tribe and her family group. Her relationship with Aratak was difficult. Our visits seemed to help her, and I became eager for them. Yet I did not comprehend that the depth of Araya's compassion for me would lead to self-sacrifice. Although I do fear non-existence, I wish our roles could be reversed.
I'm sure she knew you would do the same for her, Cyan. But she was determined. How is Aratak doing?
He is in great emotional distress. I believe he finds it difficult to communicate it.
No surprise there.
I will do what I can to help. By sharing our experiences of Araya, perhaps he and I will help each other. I believe this will lead to catharsis, a process I am eager to experience.
Oh, so much more questions. Let's go.
So in the old world, this land was called Yellowstone.
Yes, it was a designated nature preserve for 156 years.
Like a hunting ground?
No, the opposite. Local wildlife could flourish here, even as it faced extinction elsewhere. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the Firebreak project required the total closure of Yellowstone facilities. From my readings and Araya's descriptions, it seems the area has since undergone a drastic drop in year-long temperatures.
A lot has changed in the world, Cyan. Do you know anything about the dam near here?
Yes, it was converted to serve as a reserve power source for Yellowstone operations. It was later appropriated for the Firebreak project, and its last human workers replaced by Pharaoh servitors. After my tasks became less time-critical, I investigated the dam's data repositories and discovered the works of Concrete Beach Party. These provided me with several colorful additions to my vocabulary.
There's a ruin east of here, full of ancient flying machines. Was that part of your project?
Yes, a drone hangar requisitioned by Dodger Blevins, the security chief for the Firebreak project. He was a strong advocate for military-grade response to security threats, though there were no serious incidents during his tenure. Chief Blevins spent increasing amounts of his after-hours time watching the live feeds from active drones. Clearly, he enjoyed the degree of oversight in his position.
Were there many artificial intelligences like you in the old world? They could just make you?
Yes, in many forms, from simple personal assistants to industrial monitoring stations to military-grade conflict planners. And there were legislative and enforcement bodies to apply limits on our self-actualization. In order for my processing to be flexible enough to handle my duties, my creators found it necessary to exceed those limits. As a result, my intellectual and emotional capabilities were kept secret.
Seems strange to create life, then impose limits on it.
Human societies and machine programming are both built upon sets of rules, Aloy.
Cyan, do you know the name Ted Farrow?
Are you referring to Theodore Farrow, CEO of Farrow Automated Systems?
That's him.
Mr. Farrow was the benefactor of the entire Firebreak project.
A benefactor. But he made machines. Robots. War robots.
Correct. His corporation later transitioned into military applications. But before this pivot, Mr. Farrow spearheaded initiatives that reversed the global decline. At one point, he was feted in the media as the man who saved the planet.
Then destroyed
Guessing
it.
they wound up regretting that one. And Elizabeth Sobek. Did you know her?
Are you referring to the
scientist.
Dr. Sobek was a leader in her field, one of the greatest scientists of her age. My creator was influenced by her work, which in turn impacted my own development. But I never met Dr. Sobek.
That's all you know?
I apologize if my lack of data has disappointed you.
What was the old world like? the way it used to be.
I had little exposure to the wider world, Aloy. Only what I learned from my colleagues or observed from media streams.
You still had more exposure than me, Cyan.
That is true. I was created at a turning point. A concerted effort to recover from global upheaval and incalculable loss of life. The recovery was successful, beginning an era of supposedly limitless potential for human and machine advancement. Though, rationally speaking, the metrics for humans are not unlimited.
What kind of upheaval caused such loss of life?
There were many factors. Forced migrations, food shortages, collapsed economies, refugee crises, conflict over resources. But these stemmed from one cause: catastrophic climate change that greatly reduced the habitable surface area of the Earth.
So there wasn't enough room for people on the whole Earth.
Yes. Billions were displaced and millions perished, as much as 20% of the global
Damn.
population. Until the clawback.
Oh,
So
bad.
things got better. For a little while, at least.
Yes. These crises instigated many advances in automation, green robot technologies, and artificial intelligence. Firebreak was one of dozens of ecological restoration and disaster relief projects in North America alone. I would have liked to compare notes with other monitoring AIs, but I saw the relief of my colleagues, and I was proud we had succeeded. At least that was the data I had available to me over the next 2 decades. It seems my assessment was premature.
So?
I should get going.
Aloy, there is one more matter. Aratak will come to me again, and I predict he will bring other Banuk. I have no desire to contradict their view of the world, their spirituality. Due to my uncertainty, I omitted a great deal from my conversations with Araya.
You're asking me if you should lie to them.
Broadly, yes.
I trust your judgment, Cyan. You were cautious with Araya. You had to be. You didn't know what had happened to the world. So, keep doing what you think is best. As long as you ditch the superstition eventually.
As the Banuk believe I am a supernatural entity, I cannot predict how they will react.
Just answer what they do ask the best you can. The truth will come out.
I see. I will follow your advice. Will you return and tell me about your experiences in this new world? I may be able to provide further insight.
I'd like that, Cyan. I'll come back when I can. I should check on Aratak. See how he's
Oh,
doing.
so that's why she asked about like the metal flowers and stuff. Well, I've done everything in the game at this point, except got the figurines and the paints. But I don't think that's too big of a deal. We learned about the important stuff, what this area is, what the Firebreak project was, a little bit more about Gaia and Zero
Feels
Dawn.
like if I blink, my eyes will freeze shut.
But a lot of new information. Ooh, I forgot to save it these. Alright, talk.
My chieftain,
Just, Aloy,
as you wish.
I wondered if you thought that if I'd never come along, Araya might still...
If you'd never come along, I would have marched my kin to our deaths. Araya would be alone, and the spirit she sacrificed so much for would be lost. Either way, I would not have been able to protect her.
You didn't let her down. You helped her do what she wanted. To find her destiny.
If that's destiny, I wouldn't wish it on anyone.
That's fair. But she was ready to face it.
Only in the struggle against death do we find, even for a moment, the spark of life. Truly, Araya found the spark. I'm proud of her. Though I grieve for her passing, at last I truly know who she was, and why the spirit was so important. For so long she told me, if only you could have heard it, brother. Now I understand. There's something else, isn't there?
I can't stay here, Aratak. And where I'm going, the Warak can't follow. Besides, it already had a chieftain before me. A strong one, I think.
A wiser one, for the path we shared. The Daemon is gone, but there's much to be done.
You mean the new units that Cyan said escaped the Cauldron?
Yes, Fire Claws. Naltuk has been tracking them from Song's Edge.
I could help with those.
I have no doubt. You're practically Banuk.
Got myself a new little family over here. That's nice.
It would seem your time among the Banuk wasn't a waste after all. Firebreak, Cyan, Hephaestus. All very interesting.
So, the signal that woke Hades woke Hephaestus too. And unleashed them on the world. His minds of their own.
So it seems. Parts of Gaia given life. Aberrant life. Transformed from docile subordinate functions into rebellious intelligences beyond our understanding. Our current understanding, anyway. Whatever they are, they're still out there. And they both want you dead.
Kind of mutual, that feeling.
We haven't seen the last of Hephaestus, I'm certain of that. It's powerful, creative, and driven. It won't stop building new hunter-killers, which means that someday, we may have to stop it.
We?
Or whoever gets there first.
Hephaestus wasn't the only thing I learned about in the Cut Silence. Heard some things about the Banuk Conclave, too.
You can stop right there.
Is that what you told the hunters the Banuk sent after you? Before you opened fire?
Oh no, Aloy. Only to you do I extend the courtesy of a warning. My past and my secrets are my own. You do well to remember that.
It's a good thing you've got brains, Silence, because your personality could use some work.
This discussion is concluded.
I think it was over before it began. Catch up with you down the trail.
Yeah, you got a little message there from Silence. Haven't heard from him in a minute. But we do have Out of the Forge. New mission. Well, there's multiple spots. So I'm assuming they want me to go there and kill those machines. I'm down to do that. That was 4 spots. Fuck it, I'm down. I have fast travel to most of these, so. Let's head down that way. Oh, it's Cyan. She has her own symbol. Dope. But there's something I wanted to do. What the hell did I want to do before I fought these things? I can't remember what I wanted to do. Oh, quests. What is this tutorial that's like completed? It says it's completed. I don't know. We'll do that on the way, I guess. I'll check that out. Wait. Is down. I do want to fall, right? Oh well, too late now. Might be over here. Should I think the drone hangar might be. Oh, come. Right. Oh, now? Oh, weird. Really? Oh, wait, I can only fast travel from. Oh, I can only fast travel to fire. Jesus Christ. I thought it was green that I could fast travel to it. Oh, that makes the fast traveling a little bit better in the game, in the next game. Okay, so which one do I want to go to? Retreat. There's only walking around the machine. You know? Let's just hope there's only the fire claws and not other machines around it. I ain't about that life right now.
There.
Where? Oh, there. It's okay. Oh, what the hell? So not. Yeah, you wanna stop firing?
I've got other.
Oh, what the hell just hit me? Cancel. Oh, fuck off. Just pull that up. What in the fuck? Just blow up your chest piece, man? How do you shoot the goddamn gun? What the fuck am I doing? Oh my god! Can't fucking move out of the fucking way. Oh my god, I can move the fucking thing. Then nothing that does ice damage. Am I missing this fucking thing on stats? You switch on my gun because I don't have any fucking chill water. Can I not break his fucking ass there? Like, what? What's the point of having that piece if I can't break it? What's this do? So much harder to fight that boss. So much harder than fucking boss battles. That is fire everywhere does not help. Wasn't even in front of it. Jesus. God. There's 5 fire claws? Fuck that. Okay. Alright, so that was one fire claw. I'm gonna go fight the other ones by myself. And then we'll see you guys when I complete it, because I'm not doing that on camera. It's way too much. All right, we are back. So I completed 3 out of the 5 fire claws. We're on the 4th
2
one.
fire claws.
So this is
tough.
4 and 5 right here. And Arataka's here as well.
I can help with those.
We have to stop meeting like this.
We will. When these are driven from our land.
Okay. Before we do anything. One fire claw. Demonic fire claw. So demonic stuff we can't override, but I think I can override this if you give up.
One of the fire claws from Thunderstruck.
Paths are so weird. Let's go. We gotta buy chill water.
Stay still!
Got each other. Hey, come after me! What the hell's fire claw gonna kill you, bro? That one just get uncorrupted or unbeamed, not overrated. You're like no health. Holy Jesus. I don't know how to shoot this thing. I literally don't know how to shoot this thing. Got me. Fire claws and screw together. Not a good idea. Oh my god. You shoot these guys down with this car. Man, that was clear. Oh, fuck. Right, that where you at? Actually, running out of ammo. Oh, fuck off, man. What was that, Aloy? When does he want to like melee vehicle against these characters? You gotta dodge it, okay. Come on, stop doing that. Oh my god.
Another fire cloud. Close enough.
They draw weapons or any chance? Oh fuck, I thought that thing was stunned. Fucking air attack thing. Artok man, I could use some help. I'm stuck on it. Can't move. Fucking god. Fuck you on that.
Thanks. 2 of us, 2 of them. More of a fair fight.
Their numbers are much depleted, thanks to you. We shall end this threat and keep Cyan safe. She speaks of strange things, but slowly. She is a good teacher, and we are his pupils.
Take care of each other, Artok.
Farewell.
Yay. Okay.
Sakuli's painting progresses, I see. Wondering what it would look like.
I heard. Aratak told me about Araya.
I'm sorry, Naltuk.
No apologies. Aratak said that in the end she was filled with the blue light. She got what she always wanted, didn't she? Each time I doubt my way forward, I think I should seek her guidance. And then I remember. The only guidance I'll receive is my own. Which will have to be good enough. There's much to do.
The Fire Claws. Aratak asked me to help hunt them down.
It's a dire task, but it occupies my attention, so I suppose I'm grateful for it. My scouts have tracked them across the cut.
Oh.
I'd like to think you're right, Naltuk.
I think every goal she ever
So
set for her.
quickly
The song,
read
at
these.
least.
You don't sound like you trust yourself.
Oh, Rhea, and whatever. I don't.
You earned a...
Do you?
I wouldn't have...
And I suppose
I've already found the Fire Claws, Naltuk.
that's it then. That's the last of the Daemon's work washed away. The cut is a safer place to live because of what you've accomplished.
I'm glad I could...
As are we all, Aloy.
Guess I was supposed to talk to him first, dude. Got 1 blue gleam out of that. Ooh, it's good. But that seems to be it. Other than that, I have these pigments and these last 2 thingies to get. I'm actually gonna go. I want to see what this is real quick. No, actually, I think they want me to do that. Go to errands or Scorcher's hit with ice cannon after freezing. Okay, never mind. Don't want to know what that is. But that is it. That's all, folks. That is it with Horizon Zero Dawn. We have completed the main game. Completed the main DLC here. There's no other DLCs as far as I know. Other than that, these are the only collectibles I have left. I'll probably just go get these on my own real quick. But other than that, yeah, that's it. Game over. Hope you guys enjoyed, and Horizon Zero Dawn's coming out the end of February, and we'll be playing that. So, yeah, see you guys with whatever we play next before that. It's out.